All right, shalom, shalom. It's another GMS lesson coming back at you. Before we do get into this lesson, we want to start by giving our honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Next up, double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, taught us the 100% truth of the Bible, and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. Right? So, when the brother Tazabah was able to get up together and put together a Lord willing edifying lesson, right, on the day of the Lord, right, and what that entails, right? Because, it's 2023, right? And, these people, mainly talking about the Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, they have no idea of what the day of the Lord actually entails. They only have the false philosophies and sayings of and doctrines of men, which say, the day of the Lord is what it's not. We're coming, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, man. So, bro, whenever you're ready.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Yep. Woe unto you who desire the day of the Lord. Right? And what does woe mean? Woe is death and destruction. So why would it be saying woe, death and destruction to those who desire the day of the Lord? Because it's talking about the hypocrites of our people, man. Because what they say, I can't wait till Jesus come back. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, Jesus this, Jesus that. Right? Who the word ignorantly calls Jesus, which we know his name to be Yahweh Shai and Allah Shawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. Right? When he returns, right? It's death and destruction to those because they don't really know what the day of the Lord entails, and they're not even doing what the Lord commanded them to do in his absence of waiting upon his return, man. So,
it says the day.
Yep, you got it.
So it says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. But if you go to these Christian churches, you go to these other whorehouses, these other type of churches, they'll tell you the day of the Lord is all happiness, cupcakes, buttercups, and kisses, man. Right? You got it.
Amos 5 and 19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Right. So the day of the Lord, and when we say the day of the Lord, right, we talk about the day of the Lord's actual return, but we also are speaking on the days leading up to his return, which days that we're in, right? We're not in its full climax and its full, how bad it's going to get, because it's going to get worse than it even is now. But what even the days leading up to the Lord's return, right? Because you got an old head, right? Old head in the neighborhood. He talking about back in my day. He not talking about one specific day, right? He talking about the day, the time that he grew up in, right? So when we say the day of the Lord, we're also talking about the times that's coming, Jacob's trouble, and the things that's leading up to it, right? And it was likened unto a man fleeing away from a lion and then a bear meeting him, right? And you can just toss up either one, right? Because a lion gonna get you and a bear gonna get you. You're gonna go from one horrible situation to another horrible situation. The bear gets you. The bear can swim. The bear can climb. The bear can one swipe of a paw of a bear or a lion, they can take your head off, man. So these situations, right? Just using these two examples, symbolic for the times our people are going to be in, man. And then, right, when you go into a house, that house is representative of a place of refuge, a place that you may feel like you're safe, but then a snake bites you, right? A snake is subtle. A snake don't come off flashing out, right? Like that saying, if it was a snake, it would have bit you, because you don't always see a snake coming, right? So that could be what, a family member, your mama, your cousin, your sister, your brother, a situation you in where you think you safe, and then mugs turning you in, mugs telling the authorities where you at. Oh, he ain't got the Dorito chip, right? Oh, he ain't doing this. He one of them brews. We got to get him. Somebody turn it, just a situation where you least expect that destruction to come, man. You got it, bro.
It's Amos chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?"
That's
Even
right.
very,
No, you got it.
Even very dark and no brightness.
Right. And shouldn't it be? And those who are paying attention, those who are truly serving the Lord, knows that yes, indeed, the day of the Lord should be just like this. Right? Because we know that the whole world is being ran in wickedness, and those who are claiming to actually be following the Lord ain't really doing what the Lord commanded them to do. And then the rest of the world is just, scoffs at the Lord, man. Right? So what the Lord is going to bring is true, is definitely justified in what's coming, man. Right? And those who truly fear the Lord, those who truly love the Lord, those who truly trust the Lord are with everything that's coming, man. Right? You got it.
And Shalaka, bro, I'm gonna read that again because I left off something.
Come on.
This Amos 5 and 20 again says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it." All right. I'm gonna go. And I'll jump to that next one for you.
Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 verse 6. It says, "Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty."
Howl ye. And that's what you're going to be hearing. Howls, cries, screams. Right? With vexation of spirit, because these people don't have it, man. And they ain't going to have no answers when the day of the Lord comes, man. Right? And it says, "For the day of the Lord cometh as a destruction from the Almighty." So forget what we say. Forget how we feel. This destruction, that is the day of the Lord, is coming directly from on high. The Most High is okay with this. Whatever we read, whatever we bringing out, according to the scriptures, of course, right? Coming, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible. The Lord is with it, man. He's bringing it, right? We ain't coming out our own vain opinion, coming about what we want or of our own will. No, it's the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Right? You got it.
It's Isaiah 13 and 9. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger."
Right. The day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, man. Letting you know that the Lord is pissed the fuck off, man. Excuse my French. The Lord ain't coming back happy. The Lord ain't coming out giving out hugs, man. Y'all remember what happened to the Lord the last time he was on the scene? Right? Read what the Lord went through. He's coming back on bad timing, like they say now. He coming back on BT. He ain't coming back to talk. When he came to talk, you seen what happened, right? So now when he coming in his glory, and he's not meeting there as a man. He's coming with his army, right? His angelic host, right? And he's angry and furious, right? You got it?
"To lay the land desolate."
Right.
And he...
Oh, Slacky. No, you got it.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Well, you can finish it off, Slacky.
It says, "To lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it."
That's right. To lay the land desolate. How is the land going to be laid desolate? By this nuclear war that's coming, especially here in America. America will be destroyed with 200 million ICBM nuclear warheads that are going to touch down. Now the sinners of the Lord's people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And Israelite foreigners, right? They get caught up, living in the world, living after the ways of the wicked, the heathen. You will be destroyed right along with it, man. Right? The Lord hates the sinner and the sin. Not one or the other, but both. Because without the sinner, there's no sin. And the Lord is going to destroy the sinners of his people from off of the face of the earth, right along with the heathens, man. You got it, bro.
It's Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the day of the Lord, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's right. The Lord's going to come back with fire. Again, that nuclear destruction, right? Because that nuclear destruction is the weapons of the Lord's indignation. And also, the Lord's coming back with those chariots, right? What the word ignorantly calls UFOs, zapping people with that concentrated fire beams from the bottom of it, man. Right? Like that movie with Tom Cruise, right? They're zapping people to dust. That's exactly how the Lord is coming back. Right? And like his chariots like a whirlwind, and whirlwinds come to destroy, man. Right? And that's how the Lord is coming back, to destroy. He ain't coming back with nothing good, right? To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right? Because when you want to take the rebuke of the men that he had set up, right? You wanted to take the rebuke from the Lord, right? Only God can judge you, that Tupac spirit. So when the Lord comes to rebuke you, it's going to be with flames of fire, man. That word render means to give. He's going to dish out his anger, right, with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. You got it.
Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's right.
And
Yep, that's right. And that sword, and by fire again, the chariots, and on the left hand side, that sword, Esau, Edom, right? Because he's using everything is according to the Lord's will. They're all just pieces to his puzzle, man. We're going to use Esau to come down with great wrath, so that military might, that military state, he's going to lock down, right? Come down hard, use this devil to use those missiles, to use that nuclear arsenal, right? And then the Lord is going to add his own fire to it, right? So then with that, you got it.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. If you go back a little bit what the brother just read, plead with all flesh, right? That word plead means to judge again. So if only God can judge you, if only the Lord can judge you, this is how the Lord is coming back to judge when he returns, man. The slain of the Lord shall be many, right? That word slain, past tense of the word slay. Slay meaning to kill. So the number of people that the Lord is going to kill, right? You go into that word many, it's an innumerable amount. An innumerable amount of people is the Lord going to put to death, man. You got it.
This is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right. The day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. It's going to come when you people least expect it. All hell is going to break loose when you least expect it. All these things are going to go. This society, especially here in America, the way that the world is set up, is going to crumble. It's going to go down, right? When you got your pants down because you're not paying attention, you're not taking heed, to the warning given out by the prophets, by the men of the Lord, which is ultimately coming from the Lord, which is ultimately coming from the Heavenly Father. But you don't want to take that. You want to misuse the prophets, you jakes, right? So when all these things come down, you're not going to know what's going on, and you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to have any answers, right? It says in the elements and the heavens, right? It's talking about Esau, Edom, and his power structure that he has set up here, right, on the earth. And it's going to pass away with a great noise, right, which is that nuclear destruction, right, here in America and any other place that the Lord has controversy with. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything around you is made up of elements. So what weapon, what thing on the earth right now can melt the elements with fervent heat? We're talking about that nuclear fire, that nuclear destruction that's about to come down, man. Right? You got it.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Right. And the works, the hurtful works, because the whole world, Job 9:24, was given into the hand of the wicked, right? Scriptures say that wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth because the wicked is ruling it. And the Lord, Malachi 4:1, right? I'm going to just quote it for time's sake. The Lord is going to, it's going to come a day where the day is going to burn as an oven, and the Lord is going to leave neither root nor branch as it concerns to the wickedness that's being done on the face of the earth, right? All wickedness is going to be rooted out of the earth when the Lord returns, man. Right? So, just giving you a little, insight on how the day of the Lord actually is going to be according to the scriptures, man. Right? Not according to your pork chop eating pastor or your grandma, but thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, man. So, Lord, when I was edifying, me and the brother going to close it out, giving peace and love to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Wow.